She goes, "This is not a drill."
Like I said, like when does it ever feel like a time, the right time to like change your life completely?
I'm freaking moving to Mexico.
Let's take it all the way back. Spring of 2024. I just got back from a trip to Mexico, which I go on every year, and of course, I'm feeling so motivated to finally learn Spanish. I find out about the comprehensible input method, I start my YouTube channel, and off I go on this journey of learning Spanish with comprehensible input. I take you guys along the entire year, and then I take you back to Mexico with me with my new skill of knowing Spanish. You guys saw on this trip, I was living my best life. If I thought I loved Mexico, which I have for almost a decade now, my love grew 100-fold. Being able to communicate with people, understand people, and simply immerse myself in the culture in a way that I never thought was possible. It was amazing. I was so mind blown and it felt like I was living in a dream. You guys also saw in that video and on that trip, I was starting to feel the start of major changes in my life. Do you ever get that when you're just like, I just know things are changing? It feels like my current season is expired, or maybe even past expired. I have such a strong desire for Spanish to be such a bigger part of my life. I was thinking pretty deep last night, like, okay, what am I gonna do in order to make some changes or do something? Because the idea of being in Minnesota and never speaking Spanish, really, other than the odd time that I like run into someone that speaks Spanish, I hate that. I think it's really easy, you know, you get comfortable in whatever life and reality you find yourself in, and I think that change is really hard, and making big decisions is hard. And I just want to make it a priority to at least not stop thinking about this and not just go home and sink back into reality, but really be like, okay, what can I do to support my dreams and desires in this moment? I do feel like I'm facing a dilemma. It could be a dilemma, or it could be the start of something very special in my life. I don't know. I literally want to move here so bad, because also I'm leaving so soon. Chicos, I was just recording that, telling you guys that I want to move here and I'm kind of in my feelings. And then I saw this. This is my favorite number. I always see 12:22 on the clock, like almost always. And so I'm feeling some type of way. Could this mean something? What do you think? Vamos a ver, no? If you're anything like me, change is very uncomfortable for you. And unfortunately, I think many times in my life, I've chosen to stay where it's comfortable instead of going after what I really want. This change, it felt different. It felt like I had no choice but to make a change, to make a jump. And I come back from my Mexico trip within a week. I put in my 2 weeks notice at my corporate job that I was at for almost 5 years. Going from this mountaintop experience of being in my favorite place in the world, being able to immerse myself in the culture, and then coming back to my reality was a huge shock to my system. And it's almost like I needed this pull. Something was pulling me. I had to make a change. I could no longer sit in what was comfortable. My surprise, 2 months later, my parents need to go back to Mexico in the middle of May, which is something we never do. We only go in the winter, and I thought I had almost another year to wait until going back. And they invited me, and so I went. And on this trip, I started to think, should I look at apartments? Should I maybe see if this dream I've had for years and years could maybe be in arm's reach? Now let me warn you, this next scene, I'm not in my best mental headspace. Like I said, change is hard for me, and I feel like I went through a season where so much was changing that I just felt like I didn't have any stable ground, and things were just crazy, and I was learning to let go of control and to trust and to go after things that I really want, even if it's scary. And so here is me in Mexico, May of 2025, grappling with this. Am I gonna make this huge step? It's something I've always wanted, but it's different and it's scary. Hi, chicos. It's really hot. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna last out here. Also, like, I'm in a swimsuit because I'm going to the beach in a few hours. I just feel like I need to vent. I need to talk things out. I don't know that you'll even see this video, and if you do, it'll be, I think, months from now, which is kind of crazy, but I'm hoping that if you see this video, like, at that time everything would have been resolved and just like a lot of change would have happened already for me. What is it like being here, working from here, being here a little bit longer term, staying alone? Do I like it, and do I want to move here? Pretty much right away, I was like, yeah, I do want to move here. It's nothing new. I've wanted to move here for years and years, but there's just a lot that I'm thinking about, a lot on my mind, and I have been looking at places, and basically I'd move in probably 3 months, 2 to 3 months. At some moments, I'm like, yeah, of course, like, I'm doing it and I'm so excited. And then the next, it's like, wait, like, that's crazy, you know? I feel like I'm entering into a season of like not letting fear hold me back from doing things. I was talking with a friend recently about this, and he was just like talking through it all and all my feelings and everything, and he was like, I think you're a very adventurous person. You're growing a lot, and fear has held you back in the past, but now you're just blossoming into someone new, a new version of me, someone that is just trying new things, and I feel that a lot, but also there's just like a lot of fear, a lot of like, am I making a mistake? Like, who does this? And would I come here and be like, what have you done? You know, like, when does it ever feel like the right time to basically like upend your life, like for good or bad, but just to change everything, you know? My mind is like consumed with this, filled with excitement, but then there's fear. It just changes all the time. Like, sometimes when I wake up, I'm like, oh my God, what were you thinking? But then 1 hour into the day, I'm like, no, I love it here and I want to be here. There will be times, for example, when I was out to eat last night at dinner, I just had a moment. I was like, I love it here. This is what I love. Like, it wasn't anything special at all. Spanish speakers all around me. All these Mexicans families were around me. You know, just very basic things. I was ordering my food in Spanish and all that, and I just had like a moment of like, I just love it here. It's not the big things that I love. It's just living here, and the fact that so much has changed in my life now in so little time, especially with me learning Spanish and being able to experience this place in such a different way. I don't know. I just need to vent because I'm like sitting in my house. I have like about an hour or two before I need to go meet my friends. We're going to go spend time at the beach. But I'm just like, I find myself like pacing around and sitting there and staring at the wall, just trying to think of everything, I've been journaling so much. I've been like praying and just being like, is this right? Don't let me make the wrong decision. I just feel like the past few months, something in me knew that change was coming, even down to, I started decluttering my apartment so much and just kind of minimizing my things without even knowing I was going to come to Mexico this time or like anything like that. It feels like the right timing. It feels like a lot. And I know that there's going to be more to do than I am even expecting. And I think that's really crazy. That's kind of overwhelming. Also, I'm trying to just be okay with the fact that, you know, even when I come here, it wouldn't be like everything's perfect or anything. And I think there would be a huge adjustment to be had, but I don't think that means that it's like a bad thing or like a bad decision. I'm just like, am I ready for all of that right now? Like I said, like, when does it ever feel like the right time to like change your life completely? I feel like never, but I don't want to look back and regret not doing it. I feel the least amount of ties to anything in my hometown than I ever have before, and it feels like the right time. Another thing is I've had a lot of different signs and things happen while I'm here. For example, I've been meeting so many people so randomly even that have moved here, people around my age that are from the States, and I've never met them. I've never met people like that before, and some, like, it will not even be planned. Like, I'll run into them at a restaurant and then we strike up a conversation and we're talking about it. Another thing is I had a session with one of my Worlds Across tutors while I was here, and we were just talking all about it, and I just feel like I got a lot of clarity even from talking with her, because she was just like, I think like deep down you know what you want to do and what the right decision is, and I think your future self is going to be so grateful that you made this scary decision. And after that conversation, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy, like, but she's right. Another time, I don't know, I'll just be talking to someone else, and like the wisdom that just comes forth from these people, like seemingly out of nowhere, it's just like, wow. And yeah, like them just saying, I think you know where your heart is, and I think maybe you've already made your decision and you just need to accept it and like trust yourself, basically. It says I've been talking for 13 minutes. I feel like I just needed to vent it out because I feel very, very like not in a good place right now. Just the mental battle that I've been having. I know that once I make my decision, the excitement will totally be there. It's like getting to that point of making the decision, signing a contract, and really being like, full send, I'm doing it. That's scary, and I feel like I'm very close to that point right now. Oh, it's not too late to back out. It's not too late to back out right now. I know like maybe I seem kind of some type of way right now, but I love knowing that if you're seeing me, if you're hearing me speak right now, it's done, and that's really exciting to me, honestly. Thank you guys for being here, and if you're seeing this video, I just hope that you stick around for my journey in Mexico. Your support means so much to me, and it's crazy because you guys have been here. A lot of you guys have been here from the start, seeing me when I just started learning Spanish, and me not even knowing it was going to change my life so drastically in such a short amount of time. So thank you for being here. I'm gonna go, but I'll see you very soon.
I'm about to go and view the apartment that I like one last time and maybe put down like a little bit of a deposit. Just crazy. I'm feeling a little bit nervous, and I just want to like record this because I know that Angela in a few months or even in 1 month from now will be like, oh, it all worked out. But right now I'm feeling nervous. It feels like every single day my mind is like in every direction, and it's honestly just really stressful. I just got done praying, and I'm just believing that the Lord will really give me peace or give me a sign that it's not it. And even if it's not it, or if it's not the timing, that I'm just gonna have peace with it and trust His timing.
Watching those videos back, I can just see how much I was struggling, and mentally in my head, it felt like so much chaos. And as a planner, as someone who loves to have control and just to know what is the right answer, someone just tell me the right answer, dealing with this thing of taking leaps of faith and stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing things even if you're afraid, this was so hard for me. And I'm just so relieved that I'm here now, 2 weeks out from moving to Mexico. I've done the hard work. It's all happened. All the choices have been made, and I'm doing it. At exactly the 1.5 year mark of me starting my Spanish learning journey, I will be moving to Mexico. Me and my 2 cats, Mateo and Enzo. This is something that I've wanted for years and years and years. I have journal entries from 5-6 years ago just saying this is my dream and I would just love to do this. I would sit on my corporate job and watch videos of people living my dream, packing everything up, selling everything, and moving to Mexico. Some of these videos I'd watch over and over as if I was kind of living vicariously through them while I was in a situation that I didn't like. I felt stuck. I felt like there's more for me in this life. I've just craved a life of adventure. I've craved and I've prayed for this, and yeah, I don't know what awaits me, but I'm just so excited. And it's not just, oh, Mexico and this thing. It's just living a life of adventure, living a life going after the things that I've wanted. I've learned so much in this season about doing things for you and removing limiting beliefs that maybe other people have placed on you, or societal pressure of what you need to be doing at what age. And there's something so special and powerful about making choices that move you towards your dream life. I quit my office job this March with no backup plan. The backup plan came. Like, people might be like, why are you moving to Mexico? Oh, no, don't do this. I'm selling my dream car. I'm doing all these things. But it's like, if I would sit in, I can't do this because other people say that I can't and all this, it's like, I don't want to live my entire life not doing what I actually want to do because I think that I'm just going to be better off complying with what other people tell me that I should do with my own life. There's something to be said about going after your dreams and doing the hard things to do that. I can't tell you, for someone else, it might have been easy to just quit your job. It might be easy to just sell everything and just move to Mexico. It might be easy. It might be like, oh yeah, whatever. For me, it wasn't. I had to deal with my own limiting beliefs and things that I had placed over me, maybe from how I grew up, or maybe my environment, or even just things that I had in my mind that felt impossible. You can see it in the videos of me in Mexico, the things that I was struggling with. But there is something to be said about dealing with these limiting beliefs and just going after what you want. I think there's going to be people watching this video and you're not happy with your life. You're not happy with what you're doing. And I just want to encourage you that you can make the decision today to take a step towards your dream life. It's possible. It's worth it. It's worth it to go through the uncomfortable things, to feel like you're literally losing your mind. Because on the other side of you trusting and taking these steps, even though it feels wrong, it feels uncomfortable, if there's something in you that's pulling you to make these steps to say, hey, there's something greater out there for you, do it. It's so worth it. I hope you stick around for my journey in Mexico. There's going to be a ton of moving content and just everything about Mexico coming up, so make sure you're subscribed. I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me along this journey. A lot of you guys have guessed this. A lot of you guys have been asking. We'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!